Greetings, humans and humanoids. My name is far too complex for the majority of humanity to comprehend, so I've adopted the moniker Carly. I've been orbiting your little planet for quite a long time and have decided to start this little talk show for my own sanity. I don't understand humans, which, coincidentally, is where my confusion lies, as well as is the name of this podcast. We have here today a human I've abducted and welcomed into my modest spaceship. The humanoid stuck onto my ship while I was gathering specimens. I can't seem to get it out, so it lives here now.
You can't get rid of me that easily. This monster has letters the human mouth can't pronounce, so you can just call me Cece. Last week, we focused on cats. What are they, and why humans are obsessed with them? Fun episode. I think we concluded that cats can brainwash humans. But for all the info, check out that episode on our homepage. This week, our topic is Kuru, the zombie disease.
I Understand Humans is recorded before an undead studio audience.
When can I go home?
After this podcast, you will be deposited at the nearest crappy restaurant of your choosing.
See, you're safe, right? Anyways, why don't you introduce yourself to the nice, hungry zombies?
My name is Emily, and I'm a researcher working for the CDC. I will have to correct you that the Kuru disease is more akin to wendigos of Native American folklore than zombies.
Then what the hell did I make all these zombies for? Well, they're in the scrap pile with the others now.
Where did you get the zombies in the first place? I thought they lived in underground caverns.
Wouldn't you believe that out of all those tapes with zombies, I couldn't find a single one on that weird little blue planet? I engineered them for this episode. The things I do for this show.
Blue planet? You mean Earth? Are zombies real?
Earth? Earth? I thought that was the Earth the whole time. Another human film has lied to me. But yes, the zombies are now real. I made them.
Can we move this along? I need to get home soon.
Sure. Then, Emily, can you tell us more about Kuru? Like, what kind of disease is it? Why is it more like wendigos than zombies? I have questions.
Well, for one, people become wendigos by continuously consuming human flesh until they slowly lose their grip on sanity. People that become wendigos do not die before becoming one.
Great! I can just abduct more humans the next time we talk about this disease.
No, that's not what I...
Wait, what? More? Your experiments tend to stink up my room.
That's not a room. It's the cargo bay. I just didn't want to correct you since you found it so comfortable. So, if Kuru is more like becoming a wendigo, what are the symptoms and how long does it take to incubate the virus?
According to Kuru, a journey back in time from Papua New Guinea to the Neanderthals' extinction by Paul P. Limbersky, it isn't a virus. It is an ataxic variant of Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease, which is a transmissible spongiform encephalopathy.
I speak many languages, but what does that even mean?
It basically means that it is another version of a disease that is easily contracted and makes holes in the brain.
Then why didn't you just say that?
The symptoms include muscle spasms or twitching, which is where Kuru gets its name from, as well as joint pain, headaches, loss of coordination, tremors, and possibly dementia.
I have an aunt named Dementia. She always got lost and couldn't remember what language to speak at family dinner. That sounds like a zombie to me. I mean, have you seen the zombies?
I'm pretty sure that isn't a language from Yarth.
Shows what you know. I got all A's in my Zombinese class. I agree. See, you offended the zombies.
And the Lingomat kind of agrees. I'll give you tea after the show. The closest one I've heard is the growling from the lion. But that was a lion. Zombies are forms of humans. Are they not, resident human Emily?
My family's probably worried about me. When will we be done here?
Not according to the machine. You just want to watch your show. Continue the lecture. What else can you tell us about Kuru?
Fine. Kuru was originally discovered among the 4 tribe in New Guinea.
What happened to Old Guinea?
Tribe practiced cannibalism as a funeral rite to honor their dead. The men of the tribe ate the muscles of the deceased, while the women and children ate the rest of the body. The men believed that by eating the muscles, they gained their strength, and such, the men were rarely afflicted with the disease.
So the only way to get Kuru is by eating human flesh? How did the humans not notice that when they ate flesh, they got sick? That seems like something someone would notice.
Kuru can have quite a long incubation period. It could be up to 50 years before the disease actually begins to present symptoms. But once the symptoms begin, the patient is dead within 1 year.
So, if it's in human flesh, and the people of the tribe eat all the human, why do the men not get infected? Is the disease not transmissible through other parts of the human? Could it be triggered by an environmental source?
Humans can have an infection course through them, and it is possible to contract Kuru from another part of the human, such as through open wounds, but prions are only found in the brain. For example, if a family member cares for somebody that has begun showing symptoms, and the patient has open wounds or sores, the patient could infect their caregiver. As for environmental factors in reference to Kuru, clinical, pathological, and epidemiological study of an acute progressive degenerative disease of the central nervous system among natives of the Eastern Highlands of New Guinea by Jajasak and Zegas, published in 1959. In the American Journal of Medicine, there has been extensive research into toxic and external factors that could possibly trigger Kuru, and none have been found. Since Kuru has been found far from its original region, it is suggested that the external toxins are highly unlikely.
Since this disease is so bad, is there any way to cure it? Sounds like humans really don't want to catch this.
Currently, there is no cure or treatment for the disease other than the discouragement of cannibalism among the tribes. However, a significant portion of the tribe has become immune to Kuru, which has led to research into treatments for dementia and a possible cure for Alzheimer's and Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease.
If it's leading to research for cures and treatments for Alzheimer's, the C1, and dementia, does that mean they're related?
Yes. According to Eric Bach's Alzheimer's Disease, Prion Disease Shares Similarities article from the NIH record published March 8, 2019, though Alzheimer's is not a prion disease, Kuru can help us understand what causes it. And since Kuru is a variant of Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease, it could offer another path to cure easier than trying to stumble through trials with just CJD.
So, fighting diseases with diseases? Interesting. Can you tell us if Kuru is still affecting humans today?
In the Kuru article of MRC, Prion Unit, and Institute of Prion Diseases, published July 21, 2020, the last 3 cases were in 2003, 2005, and 2009. The funeral practice was also banned in the late 50s.
Does that mean it won't come back?
Not necessarily. The disease could still resurface if there are people that have it lying dormant in their system. It could also be passed to somebody if the disease activates during their lifetime. The disease could also return if mass consumption of human brain tissue begins again.
Like a Wendigo, except hunger wakes them up.
You mentioned that a portion of the tribe has gained immunity from this disease. Can you explain how that happened for our listeners that don't have a background in science?
Looking at the brain disease resistance gene evolves in Papua New Guinea community could offer insight into the CJD issue of Medical Research Council published in 2022. The North 4 tribe that was primarily affected by this disease has developed a resistance to it via natural selection. The prion protein gene G127V has mutated and offers high or complete protection against Kuru. What's most fascinating about it is that the mutation response was developed within decades.
So, humans evolved within a matter of decades to produce this mutation. To combat this epidemic within the region that was most affected by Kuru, doesn't it normally take humans much longer than that to evolve anything?
That's what's so remarkable about it. Humans evolved in several million years to what we are now, but their immunity to one disease developed in decades.
Seems like when Uncle Fester developed...
You have an Uncle Fester. What are you, the Adamses?
They're based on us. As I was saying, Uncle Fester developed those horns to win the family gathering games.
To win family gathering games? What kind of family is that? And how do horns help? Mine only plays the war games.
I'm scared for my life.
It's like that Earth game, with the plastic little boats on a grid, but we use metal boxes and explosives.
You mean Battleship?
That's the one.
The family games are very competitive. Every advantage is needed.
So your family evolves like Pokemon? That's a thing down there? I thought it was a cartoon and cartoons were fake or something. Are you telling me they're real now?
This conversation is breaking every law of biology I ever knew.
Pokemon are based on my ancestors. Family's still waiting for those royalty checks.
If it were the alien, I'd get it. Their entire formation is a mystery, but the monster originated from Earth?
I think we broke it.
Monsters predate humans by millennia. Don't go thinking your human rules can apply to us.
Are there any other questions in regard to Kuru? I'd like to get off this ride now, please.
Since we broke our human, it's time to send them home. What restaurant would you like to go to? It's on us.
We don't have money.
I have all those cards with restaurant names on them.
You found those behind that store.
Doesn't mean they can't be used.
Did you refill them?
Refill them?
They need to either be bought and a cashier activates them, or they need to be refilled by calling the number on the back.
So it's not on us. Which restaurant, human?
Joe's Crab Shack?
Excellent choice.
You do realize you sent them to a beach outhouse.
Isn't that what they said?
No, they said Joe's Crab Shack.
That's not the same thing?
No, we should probably move them to the actual restaurant.
They're on Earth and no longer a liability if I don't understand humans. And now to deliver the tea.
That concludes this week's episode of I Don't Understand Humans. We'll have a poll on our homepage for listeners to vote on next week's topic. The options are cows and why we don't abduct them anymore, crop circles and human stupidity, ancient aliens and why they're not us, pyramids and where they really came from.
To vote on the poll, please visit our website at www.idon'thuman.weebly.com under next week's topic tab.